our second episode of Leaders Lens, we have with us Dr. Sridevi, the principal of Sathya Saai Public School, Pasar, Cuddalore District. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
We're very happy to be interviewing you. In today's topic, we will have children and the students these days as the theme, and we have a few questions framed. Share your thoughts and kids these days. So, what is your opinion? You've been into this industry for several years by now. So, what is the difference you feel in children these days? So, just brief about kids these days.
Kids actually, they are kids in all situations actually. But later to that thing, the scenario, the kids are not having the patience to endure this generation actually. So as we educated, how to deal with the patients is a great challenge for the kids. The kids wants always to be happy, and we and the educator, I want make my kids of the Sathya Sai product to be always happy environment. So they also love the happiness, and we also want to give the happiness.
Okay. Yes. So are children able to effectively manage their emotions, or do you see they need more focus on handling their emotions?
Yes, of course, it's very good questions actually. Recently, many article we are talking about the social emotional skills. So the education with the chat GPT and the AI of artificial intelligence, we can give the knowledge oriented task. But the school is a one way to balance the social emotional skill. It's a great challenges. So I educated my teachers by conducting many interviews, not about the teaching methodology or classroom management. That is the whole scenario, but rather than how to deal the children with the emotions balance. This is not only the school, but even parents. Parenting is very important to balance the social emotional skills actually. So I feel they are good. Children are good. We want to mold them in a proper way. The gadgets makes the children to balance the social emotional skills. So they need some kind of attitude of resilience in that thing. When they learn the attitude of resilience, we can manage very easily the emotional skills.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Are they taking the matters of discipline seriously? Because these days we come across several disciplinary issues among students, especially students from 8th standard to 12th standard. Do you think we have evolved to a point where the discipline does not matter much to these kids?
Of course, I can say discipline is the way for the success for a human life. So it's not a matter we can't say easily actually. So discipline is the one way, the attitude that brings the prolong of the life experience actually. So my father used to say, whether you score good marks or not a matter. Discipline is the first aspect. So as you say, especially from 8th to 12th, the discipline is lacking. The discipline we have to bring from the kindergarten actually. So the discipline in the sense not for the silly things. As a Stephen R. Conway, he says in an author, he says 80-20 principles actually. So 20% in a discipline we can give freedom to the children. 80%, that is 80% we can give freedom. 20% we have to be stick on with the discipline actually. That is what in a school rules also. 80% the students used to be very happy. But I want to be hold them in the 20% disciplinary actions of the rules and regulations. So as you say, 8th to 12th, the society as we are driving in a very good force the children, very fantastic of very disciplined other thing. When the child after completing 12th or after in a college after graduate, who spoils the child? I can say not a school or college, the society. So society where he used to find, we say we should not steal others' property, we should not do other thing. But society used to do, they are not educated to stand in a proper, we are here educated to stand in a proper queue. When they go for others, when others are motivating to change the diversion, the children also automatically they change it. So where is the discipline actually? Where is the lacking? So we fundamentally, when the school drives the discipline, the government also strongly insists those discipline act into enforce. Recently I went for Mumbai actually. There I found a very good discipline. Even in a private school, that is private school, not only school, the transport comes, they are going in a queue. That is casual actually, normal. Here also we follow. But in a common transport of the state transport, the people are going in a queue. Every 5 minutes a bus is coming. They are not like a Pallavan or old tradition of Tamil Nadu bus. So they are going in a proper queue. That Mumbai, you just imagine the situation of the public crowd of population. They are following the same proper discipline. That is the way they can able to control those things. So we are thinking that discipline is a school, but it's a lifelong oriented task we want to enforce in a society.
In terms of taking disciplinary actions against children who don't have a certain set of discipline, do you think the teachers' hands are tied these days due to various factors? It could be parents or the government's intervention in terms of handling the children. So do you think the teachers' hands are tied?
I can't say yes or no, both. It's actually certain extreme. I can say the teachers, they need to, that even the teachers, they're not having control emotions actually.
Mm-hmm.
So this generation teachers also need a patience, not only for the students.
Right.
So our generation of teachers, when we do the mistakes only, our teachers used to give a punishment.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays the teachers are lacking in the emotion. Immediately they started to shout, outburst the anger. The child psychologically affected. So last generation is not compared with this generation. The children are pampered actually even for the simple things. They are brought up in the way actually. So they are born with the gadgets, not with the human mindset. So in our generation, the grandma and many will be they'll educate us. So they have the children used to have the mindset of all those things. But nowadays the school is the ultimate task. So the teachers are the second parent. They need the patience actually to be. So one certain extreme, this is for the teachers I'm saying, certain extreme as you asked is a tie-up with the teachers. Parents are taking in the advantage of that now rules and norms. Who are you to ask the questions? Even for silly things when they used to pinch or something else, they are just like a corporal punishment, they are bringing the issues here. So in that extreme, the teachers' hands are is a tie-up. So it's both the realistic, they have to realistic the what is the need of the thing. Both parents, teachers, they have to togetherness of a collaborative way to bring the children.
Right. So that was actually my next question. While there are opinions that corporal punishments must be eradicated from the schools, we also hear voices from our own parents that corporal punishments to some extent help in shaping the children. Right. So, what is your take on this? What do you practice in your institution?
I also against that corporal punishment, as many they can say the voice of corporal punishment is made the previous generation. Those people they can be surveyed without mobile today. Of course not. When they are just going for the past thing. So the same thing here, according to the climatic conditions of the need of the environment, we have to change actually. So during those time is different, but this time is child psychology is entirely different. So I against the corporal punishments. So even for anything else. So those who can say in words, we are brought up in the thing, our teachers are, this is all old quotes actually. I can agree that that generation that is me. But this generation we have to mold the children with the calm and patience, with a lovable attitude actually. So only love can be the that a treatment for the child to be better way, not any the corporal punishment actually.
Parents are sensitive these days. Like you said, even for a small issue, they don't tolerate.
Yeah.
Even if you say a word against their children, they come up and they fight and they create
issues.
So some of them are not ready to tolerate any form of punishment, even milder ones. How to handle sensitive parents?
How to handle sensitive parents? Here, many, especially these area that thing. They used to for LKG admission recently on day before yesterday, Vidhya Rajan admission, the parent came. I have only one child. How I can you have a video call, ma'am? Child used to cry, you can have. So these are the parents' expectation actually. And then I come and pull and what is her willingness. And then I just talk. What are the outbursts when it's a very easy trick. When 10 minutes we allow the parent to speak, they'll be calm and cool. After that, when we say what to happen, they agree. They have the acceptance nature. So when they used to come, when they talk, in between, when I used to say my thought, that's like controversial actually. So we should be patient to ask a thing. What are the expectation? When you listen to the and then when we see in a one word, they started to accept anything with the deal with the the scenario of the things. But sensitive parents, many certain few may be accept. The many parents may not have acceptance. So we have to cope up with all those things. Actually, we have to manage as a head of the institution. We have to manage, but we can't blame the parents actually, because I am dealing with 1,000 children. They are dealing with one children. So there we have to think in their side, and we have to accept and we have to go ahead.
Okay. Are parents one of the reasons why children are addicted to gadgets or mobiles these days? If so, what is your word for them?
In recently last parents meeting, I gave the suggestion to one parent, all the parents actually. They always used to talk. They want to put a problem to us actually. You just give advice.
Okay.
When you are saying advice, students are okay. Parents are using mobile. I just inform. Students are using mobile means what can I do? When after they come home only they are doing actually. I can educate. So you have to control. So we don't have idea. One thing I say, you just buy one 2,000 or 1,000 rupees normal mobile. That old one Nokia, that mobile you just buy. And then you put it in a safety locker or in a rice vessel in a home used to have, no, that usual Indian traditional thing. In there you hide in a packet, you put it and hide. When the child used to go to school actually next day morning, at the time you can use your what other thing. So you emergency contact number you give to all. So 6 to 9, you be patient to deal with the thing. You hide the mobile.
Okay.
When alcoholic addicted person, when they see that alcohol, they want to tempt to just think the same thing that today mobile. When they used to see that the children are addicted with that, they want to play games or YouTube or whatever they are liking, the music or anything. So control them. Don't show the mobile to the children.
Okay.
This is what one thing I can do for you. So if you have the patience to without using from 5 to 9 o'clock the mobile, automatically the children can do. This is what I can say. But majority of the parent are next day when they are coming for the eating, they say, "Ma'am, we are following. We bought one mobile. They are showing to me." This is a real success I can say to the thing. So they also that next day morning when they are come after the school, you can use you can enjoy because this is your age. You need something for the professional other thing. So other thing you don't use in front of the children. That is the one way you can bring the students from addicted of gadgets. You can. I can say television is good. I can say they can watch 1 hour in a common. That will not be spoiling. Okay. So completely don't eradicate to the things. So 1 hour give entertainment to the children in television, but don't give them mobile. So it's gradually it's okay.
So hide it from them. They won't ask for it, and
yeah. And even in our school handbook actually, we have one column this year, mobile gadgets time actually, screening time.
Oh, okay.
So how much the timing? So they are right, and so in that way we are bringing the attitude to the children of the behavior issues. We are notifying in the thing. As a CBSE enforce the holistic progress code. So behavior thing from that we are notifying the behavior of the children at home also.
Oh, yes. So a word about our newsletter, Inspired.
So as I can say the word about, I can say synergy. The word is a synergy. This gives a what synergize to the public and audience when I read the article of the thing. Now one word I can say synergy. And also knowledge cluster also I can say. Synergy in one word I can say, or knowledge cluster.
Knowledge cluster. Very nice. That's a good word to describe our newsletter. Thank you very much for it. So today we have had a very good session with Dr. Sridevi, the principal of Sathya Saai Public School, Pasar, Cuddalore District. She has shared a lot of insights about how to handle the disciplinary issues with students and sensitive parents. With that, we will close this interview. We will come back with episode 3 with another team, with another principal. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the golden opportunity. Thank you.